Okay, so we're going to Fading Hope. Back our Balmor. Get a good pump. Sure, we'll keep the anger. Let's go ahead and grab that anger. Cast that anger. What else can we do here? So that's 10. We just win. What's up, Jankses? It's John here, back with another Standard video. It feels like forever since I've played Standard, but Dominaria United is out, so I wanted to show off some of the cards from the set. So let's talk about the deck.
So, let's do this.
Today we're playing an Izzet Spellslinger deck that's aggressive and aims to win by adding extra value to some of the cheap spells that it has. This deck doesn't have any rares aside from its mana base, as the Storm-Carved Coast and the Shivan Reef. Everything else is commons and uncommons, hence the budget. So let's dive in, starting by talking about our creature package. So first up, we have Balmor, one of the new cards from Dominaria United. Balmor Battle Mage Captain is a 2 mana of Izzet colors. That's a 1/3 with flying, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +0 or +1/+0 and gain trample until the end of turn. So this is nice because it's going to pump all your creatures just by casting instants or sorcery spells, which is what a Spellslinger deck wants to do. We're also running, as far as new cards go, Electrostatic Infantry, a 2 mana 1/2 with trample. So and has, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So these two guys here get pretty big, and in concert with each other, this one gets even bigger with the help of Balmor. They both have evasion, technically. Balmor has flying, this one here has trample, so you can get it big and get through. The other creatures that we're running in the deck are Delver's Secrets, tried and true. Moving on, Phoenix Chick. Now this is where I might go off a little bit on I guess a little bit of a rant, but I don't know. Phoenix Chick, it's a card I put in the deck really because it's new. I think if I was going to choose, I would probably put Ledger Shredder in instead of Phoenix Chick. I feel like Phoenix Chick wants to be in more like a mono red, aggressive, lots of creatures attacking you type of deal. Well, let's just talk about it real quick. So it's a 1 mana 1/1, flying in haste. It can't block, and whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, you can pay 2. If you do, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking with a +1/+1 counter on it. So a 1 mana 1/1 with flying in haste, or basically a 2 mana 2/2 with flying in haste that you can repeatedly get back as long as you're able to meet that condition by attacking with 3 or more creatures. The thing is, we're only running 4 creatures in this deck. Well, I guess technically 16. We're running a 4 of 4 different types of creatures, I should say. So I feel like with this deck, we shouldn't really too often get to where we can pull this back from the graveyard. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. Otherwise, why would I put it in the deck? But I just feel like this isn't the correct home for it, really. This is a Spellslinger deck. It wants things that care about spells. This really cares about the creatures that you're attacking with. But we're going to try it out and see how it goes. But yeah, we'll see. We'll give Chicken a try, see if it's any good. But yeah, without the way, let's go ahead and move on. Now we'll talk about the spells that are in the deck. We got 4 of Consider, just draws us a card to help us find threats, find answers. Fading Hope is I guess, one of our main removal spells in the deck. Can help us can clear a path for attacking. Also, that Scry can help us with finding more threats. We're also running Shore Up. Now, this card here, I could have ran like Slip Out the Back or something like that. Slip Out the Back gives counters, phases your creature out, so it gives it you can pretty much protect your creature with Slip Out the Back. But the thing is, since you are phasing your creature out, you could be messing up your the attack that you would have made. So Shore Up, I guess, kind of shores up that weakness, so to speak. So what it does, it's a 1 mana instant. Target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until the end of turn. Untap it. So it gives it hexproof, so hopefully it can protect our creature through a removal spell if our opponent decides to do it through combat. We get the added benefit of being able to untap it and use it to block next turn. So if that's something like the Electrostatic Infantry, I don't know, say it's like a 7/8 or something, we get a big chunk of damage. Opponent tries to kill it, we still get that damage in, and we get to untap it to block with it next turn. That seems pretty sweet to me. That's why I'm running Shore Up. I know it's kind of, probably not on a lot of people's radars, but yeah, sometimes it's good to think outside the box. We're also running Ancestral Anger, a 1-mana sorcery. Target creature gains trample and gets +X/+O until the end of turn, where X is the number of cards named Ancestral Anger in your graveyard. Draw a card. So it draws a card for 1 mana, and of course, as you cast this spell, it's going to hit the graveyard, so your creature is always going to start off with that +1/+O. And of course, it gets the trample. We'll see how this card, I mean, it's been played before, but this is my first time playing it, so I'll see. We'll see. Also, we're running Play with Fire. 1 mana instant, deals 2 damage to any target, can be removable. Mainly, we're trying to go face with this. In, I guess, the best case scenario, that's what we're trying to do. Also, that scry can be pretty important, helping us find threats. Lunar Frenzy. So this is just a card I've played before. 1 mana X, target creature you control gets +X/+O and gains first strike and trampled until the end of turn. This is a good way to push through a big creature that lets you still attack through since this is instant speed. Another card you can run that's a new card is Twinferno. Let's see, that one does... Twinferno is an instant that lets you choose one. You can basically copy one of your spells. It's pretty nice in this kind of deck strategy, but you know, one of the main things from this is target creature you control gains double strike until the end of turn. And I know I keep pointing at it, but I'm going to do it again. Electrostatic Infantry, getting really big, having trample, and double strike on top of it. Pretty big game, pretty nuts. So if you like this card over Frenzy, run it instead. You know, it fits the deck. I mean, you know, it does what it does things that the deck wants to do. So it's a good card, and if you like that one, run it. But for me, I'm running Lunar Frenzy. Maybe that'll change in the future, but we'll see. And last but not least, Lightning Strike. You know, we don't have Lightning Bolt in the standard, but we have this one here, a 2-mana instant. Does 3 damage to any target. That can be aimed at creatures. It can be aimed at the opponent. Mainly what we want to do is hit the opponent with it, of course. But nice to get a creature out the way if we need to. And as far as mana base, we pretty much talked about that already. Shivan Reef, Painland, Stormcarved Coast, another dual land here, and then 6 mountain, 5 island for a total of 19 lands, which I feel like we're doing okay with that. I mean, look at our curve here. I mean, all these 1-drops here, and we stop at 2. So by the time we get to 2 mana, we can cast everything. By the time we get to 3, we're golden. But yeah, that's the deck. Hopefully I did that quick enough. But yeah, as always, I want to thank everyone that subbed so far. I'm still getting some new ones coming in. So I want to thank y'all first and foremost for subscribing. It means everything. Also, just anyone that's just watching the video, liking the video, all that stuff counts. All that stuff is relevant. And I want to thank everyone, subs, all the likers, all the viewers, even if you just clicked on the video for a few seconds. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's awesome. But yeah, without the way, we're going to go ahead and dive right into the games. See you in a bit. Okay, so here we are. We got Delver. We got Balmor. Yeah, we're keeping this. This is good. We're going to keep this. We'll see how we do. Also pointing out, I'm back at bronze. Just only time I really play is when I'm recording. I know I've probably said that before. Hello to you too. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and drop Delver. It wouldn't have flipped because we drew the infantry. Opponent's on some green-white stuff over here. Okay, so looks like we're going up against some enchantment. And boom, there we go. Reveal. And Delver is now flipped. Okay, so we'll go ahead and attack. And I think we'll get down the infantry first. Next turn we can Balmor and consider something like that and pump everything up. Circle Confinement, sure. Took my Delver. That's not nice. Get in for 2, no blocks. Back up to 20, that's not good. Okay, and we draw chicken also. Do we cast chicken? I think probably not. I guess let's go ahead and get some damage in while we can. Or do we chicken? Let's chicken. And we'll attack. I mean, they're going to go right back up to 20. But this at least lets us frenzy or consider or something, pump the whole team. Borrow time. They're going to get our Balmor probably. Please get the chick. Take our chicken. Just take it. It's delicious. Okay, they go for Balmor. And go back up to 20. So yeah, not doing too great here. So let's Balmor again. I'm going to go ahead and consider. That pumps. It gets pumped again. Fading Hope? I don't think we really want a Fading Hope, huh? I mean, we can aim it at the Naturalist, but that's actually a better answer for Naturalist, so good for us. Okay, not going back up to 20 this time. Do you have more removal? Kami. Okay, so that might change targets for our Play with Fire. Another Delver, okay. So we're going to attack with everything first. No blocks. I mean, I think I have to play with fire now anyway, just because I don't want to lose out on the damage. I could Frenzy also. What would that do? That would pump up. So it's this right now we got 6, 7, 8. And that would be 9, 10, 11, 12. They would go down to 5. I don't think it's necessary right now. We're hitting them pretty hard now, and that's going to give us lethal next turn. Okay. So they can go back up to 11. They finally drew a land. What can they do with it? Okay. A 4/4. Good thing we have Lunar Frenzy. So a land would be pretty decent right now. No blocks. Let's see. This is like damage -1 or something like that. Flying life. Oh, this is the wrong one. Okay. Protection from vampires. Okay, cool. Great, great, great. So, I think we just attack. We did not draw land, but this will get pumped 3 times. And remember, first strike, so it's going to blow straight through this Catilda. Down to 1. I'm still glad I didn't frenzy that turn before, but I mean, this is looking like it's pretty much in the bag. We got 2 flyers. I mean, chicken hasn't been too bad, I guess. I mean, 1 damage a turn for... I guess it was kind of for free this game. Thinking. Okay, sure. 5 mana. They're not running sweepers. Okay, so they're gonna Catilda again. Lifelink again, so that's not great. Unless we draw another Frenzy. Good game? Okay, we'll take it. Alright. There we go. Oh my god, I forgot to move the camera. Sorry. Okay. So, we're on the draw here. I mean, the only creature we have is Chick. Okay, so let's see how good Chick is. I mean, it's not going to be good. Obviously, that could have been a mistake, you know, because I don't have any other creatures. And what is it? Let's see. Fiend's Tower. Okay, that's not. So, there's going to be a lot of removal in the forecast. It is raining, right? Okay. We'll just get in with the Chick. I think we'll play with fire on opponent's instep just so we can get a scry. Make sure we don't hit any more lands. We're not very well set up for Rafine. Aside from 2 play with fires, but we're already planning to cast one. Okay. We're gonna hold. A little bit worried. Okay. So I guess we'll reef. We'll just get in with Chick. I don't have a great feeling about this game. Balmor. And we'll end the turn. Okay, Siphon Insight. Uh-oh. Siphon Insight. I haven't seen that in a long time. Top 2 cards of target opponent's library. Exile one of them face down and put on the library. You may look at and play exile cards. Manage any card. Okay. Okay, so there are 4 colors. Obscura Charm. Do we let this go? We could Fading Hope it. Does that do anything? Sure, we'll do it. I mean... we get a scry. Do you have something else? By all means, please. Spend another card to get rid of our Balmor. Okay. Oh. Okay, so they stop us from scrying. Sure, okay. Well, we'll Balmor again. We'll play a land. And I think we'll anger. That's a sorcery, right? So it gets pumped twice. Down to 14, and we'll pass. We can consider on instep. We can Fading Hope again. Another Siphon Insight. We haven't seen any of our cards cast yet, but our cards probably aren't very great for them. Okay. Balmor, cool. So I can actually just return that to my hand next turn, because this isn't a counter. Okay, so we're going to Fading Hope, back our Balmor, get a good pump. Sure, we'll keep the anger. Let's go ahead and grab that anger. Cast that anger. What else can we do here? So that's 10. We just win. There you go. There you go. That's why you should play this deck. Look, budget, there's no rares, no mythics. I mean, aside from the mana base, you got your Force Driven Reefs and your Storm Carved Coast, whatever. And that's it. You know, a budget deck putting up results. Yeah, okay. Okay. Can't keep this one. If that was a blue mana, probably. I don't know. Chick infantry. Let's try it. We'll see. On the other hand, if we can't cast our cantrip spells. Okay, we're fine. We're good. We're good. See? Chick. That's going to come in tapped unless we draw another land. Kami. Okay. We do draw another land, but it's a tapped one again. Okay. We're going to attack. Shoot. Oh, well. I should have cast this one too. Punt. I'm already feeling pretty hopeless. Okay, they don't do anything. That's interesting. So, okay. We get in. We got no removal for these aside from Fading Hope. Let's see. So we're going to go ahead and Delver. And I think we'll just pass and hold up the Fading Hope. No blocks. Okay, nothing, so we'll consider. We will get rid of a mountain. Draw another land anyway. But it flips, that's great. Delver does. Okay, so we'll land. Yeah, we just attack, right? Only got the removal for the Kami, but I kind of want to save it until they go to do something. We can pour on a lot of damage next turn. Well, kind of a lot. A lot more if we had Balmor. What is this? Okay, okay. So let's play with fire. Nakami. Resolve. We can always Fading Hope it. We have so much flying and that has trample. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure. Another land. Okay. So let's do this here. I guess it doesn't really matter what we put it on. Another chick. Cool. We'll attack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this makes 11. We don't want a land, and we win. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice. Climbing on up. Okay, so final thoughts. Let me go ahead and move the camera back over here. Yoop. Okay, cool. So final thoughts. I'm gonna try to do this quick because I want to record another game after this. So one of the things that I was a little bit iffy on going into this was Chicken here. And Chicken was a lot better than I thought. I mean, being able to drop this turn 1 and just attack for 1 every single turn, that damage really adds up. Delver flipped pretty consistently. The deck was just nice. Balmor was great, you know, because it's pumping itself and also pumping your other creatures, so you can cast this on, and while it's still summoning sick, cast your spells and pump everything else up. So that was pretty nice. Lunar Frenzy showed its worth quite a few times, or at least once. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, like again, Twin Inferno could still be just as good. Just adding double strike, you know, pretty much adds that first strike on there anyway, because you know double strike is just first strike plus normal. But yeah, the deck performed pretty well. We never even got to a shore up. We used Fading Hope as protection more often than anything during those games that I recorded, but I have a feeling shore up would have been nice if it did show up. Yeah, bad pun, but very much intended. But yeah, it's pretty much the deck. Infantry was amazing, just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the trample, and of course adding Balmor's pumping to it. The deck felt pretty nice. It felt pretty solid. I can definitely see this being something that can help you get up on the ladder. But still, it's still tough to say because meta hasn't really been shaped out yet. But since it's early, this is a good deck to pick up, and it doesn't really take much because, like I said in the beginning, all uncommons, or all commons and uncommons aside from the mana base, Shivan Reef, the coast. But yeah, all in all, a fine deck to pick up. Doesn't really cost much, I guess. But yeah, I had fun. I hope y'all had fun, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.